Get on down with your basher. Get on down. Listen to the sound. Come on.
Ghost Riot
Radio.
Nick
The ghost. The ghost himself.
I'm the ghost with the most, babe.
Nicky.
Bring the ghost. This one seems to have ghostliness all its own.
Are you a ghost too?
Nick.
It's not stupid, Barbara. We're ghosts.
The only spirits left will be in bottles.
If you can produce ghosts,
Nobody is Scots a ghost anymore. Apparently, the average ghost is quite reasonable.
They could be exposing themselves, and you don't want us exposing ourselves.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ghost Riot Radio. My name's Nick Noble, and I'll be your host for this special edition of Ghost Riot Radio, the 18 and over podcast designed for free-thinking adults just like yourself, coming to you live today from Solid Gallery and Creative Space in sunny Sarasota, Florida. We are shouting out today something special since we're doing a very special episode, so make sure you check out clotheslinecreative.com for Clothesline Creative does screen printing here in Sarasota, so definitely check them out. We'll talk a little bit more about them in just a second. Folks, welcome to this special episode of Ghost Riot Radio. We are doing all kinds of new things on this podcast this weekend, starting right here, right now. This weekend is special because we are celebrating the release of a brand new project entitled Hip Soul from Sarasota hip-hop artist Mr. KnowledgeAustin. If you've been listening since episode 1, you have already heard a bit of this new project already and what the future of hip-hop in Sarasota is going to be like. We are really excited to have 9 new tracks to bump in the streets from this guy for sure. Instead of hearing it from me, I'm going to let him tell you about it himself. It is my pleasure to introduce my homie, Mr. KnowledgeAustin. How are you, brother?
What's good, man? I'm chilling. I feel great. It's an honor to be on your podcast.
Dude, we're glad to have you. We're glad to have you. Folks at home, this room, we're just trying this room out for the first time. It's a little bit echoey, so it's going to sound a little strange, but we're going to work it out as best we can, so bear with us today. All right, bro, so look, before we get going talking about Hip Soul, we want to talk a little bit about this space. Mm-hmm. I also I just want to introduce a really good friend of mine who happens to own the space that we're recording in today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Austin Kowal. What's up, brother?
Hello. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey,
it's not the night yet, though. So
no, it's close, though. It's close.
It's
close. So it's not by chance that I have 2 Austins here on the same show in the same location. I actually met KnowledgeAustin here for the grand opening of Solid. What was that, a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Like 7 months ago.
Was it 7?
While.
I think 6 or 7.
Dude, that's what happens when you get old. You just start to lose time, dude.
A little while ago.
So I called these guys and said, yo, let's take it back to where it all began. And, of course, they said, dope. And so here we are. Obviously, we're here to talk music, but just real quick, Austin, if you can tell us a little bit about this space and what your plans are.
So this space has been constantly changing, but basically Solid is a gallery and creative space that hosts events and shindigs monthly, weekly, all the time. Tonight, actually, even we have a gallery show going down featuring my buddy James Dormer, a.k.a. Board Inker, and his illustrations and screen prints, and we'll also be doing some live screen printing with a bunch of his designs. Super excited.
Oh, shit, that'll be tight.
Yeah, we're hyped.
That'd be awesome. So obviously we're doing this show tonight. Tell the folks at home, like, how are you going to plan on doing some more of these events? What's going on? Are you gonna?
Yeah, this is technically, what is this, our 4th installation of in-house produced art shows that we've done. So yeah, we're gonna keep on going with the season. Try to do basically one every month.
Nice, that's awesome. So. As I said before, we're doing a special sponsor on today's show, which is clotheslinecreative.com. It just so happens that my homie Austin happens to be Mr. Clothesline Creative himself. So let everybody know about what's going on with Clothesline Creative, and then let everybody know the best way to contact you, whether they want to do some screen printing stuff or they'd like to talk to you about this space.
I'd say really the best way to get in contact with us is go to our website at clotheslinecreative.com or hit us up on our Facebook, Clothesline Creative. We also have Instagram, Clothesline Creative, and then our Solid Facebook, which is Solid SRQ, and our Instagram, which is Solid SRQ. And yeah, we would love to hear from you and see what you got going on and work with other people.
That's crazy. So we are definitely we are definitely excited to have him. We're actually going to let him go because obviously he's got work to do. He's got to set this space up tonight for his gallery. So, bro, thanks for letting us use your space.
Thank you very much. Super excited to be on the show for the first time. Woo!
First but not last. We're definitely going to get him back. It's going to be great.
Congratulations, Austin.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Keep it rocking.
so let's talk a little bit about music. If this is your first time tuning into Ghost Riot Radio, during each episode, I try to feature a new musical artist of the week. If you or your band decide you want to be featured on an upcoming episode, email me at ghostriotradio@gmail.com. If you guys just send me your 3 best tracks with a bio of yourself and any contact info you want to air, I'll do my best to get you on the next available episode. We're going to, first things first, start a track just to get us amped, and then we're going to talk to KnowledgeAustin about this brand new project, which is fire. So, all of today's tracks, plus the entire Hip Soul collection, can be found on soundcloud.com/KnowledgeAustin. If you're watching us on Facebook right now, make sure you go to soundcloud.com/KnowledgeAustin so you can hear the music along with us. Otherwise, you won't be able to hear it today. You're just going to watch us jam out. Let's talk about the first 2 tracks I'm going to play are actually 2 tracks that I played on the first episode, but I understand they've been tweaked now and remastered for the Hip Soul project. So let's get, without further ado, this is 75 by the homie KnowledgeAustin.
Are we going up? Are we going up? Going up? Are we going down, 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 down? Are we taking a drive? Now 75. Are we going down, 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 down?
Back in your thoughts and I'm lost. This is to you, it's not to intrude and not to be rude, but the junk in your trunk still bump like a speed hump. Going 75, down 75 with the sun in your eyes, feeling I'm the man like Plies. When you riding by my side. Will you be my ride or die? No we, but we could touch the sky like Stevie, leaving a ribbon. Baby, no pain unless you sipping. Are we winning? Cause we ain't tripping on this flight to glory. Don't you worry, claim the fame, you say my name.
Are we going up? Are we going up? Going up? Are we going down, 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 down? Are we taking a drive? Now 75. Are we going down, 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 down?
Yeah, this is my life, it can be yours. Open up your doors to escape your law, or else this is war. But in the spotlight, your name shine bright. Ride with me, baby girl, this is our night. I feel alright, you feel alright. Hoping later you don't hate me, but right now just legitate me.
Take me who? I don't care. Who are you? True, I care. Who you look at or who you talk to. Hey, they didn't even work, so I'm singing these songs. Trade you in for some rounds, now they singing along. Yeah, I'm pushing my right, yeah, I'm sipping my wrong. Burn my sins, silver chains pushing on. Know my name, mine slipping away like oh.
Are we going up? Are we going up? Going up? Are we going down, 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 down? Are we taking the drive? Now 75. Are we going down, 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 down? Are we going up? Are we going up? Going up? Are we going down, 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 down? Are we taking the drive? Now 75. Are we going down, 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 yeah.
Boom. Yo, we are listening to a brand new project entitled Hip Soul from Sarasota's own KnowledgeAustin. How are you, homie?
I'm great, bro.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. So tell us a little bit about Hip Soul and what this project means to you.
Well, Hip Soul came from an idea that I got from my 2 mentors, Shahid Abraham and another local rapper named Kliz. They call their music Hip Soul as a genre. Perfect. It's like soulful hip hop, you know what I mean? But I wanted to take it to another step because I believe anything that's great is limitless. There's no boundaries put on it. So I wanted to give it its own like definition and feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just made a bunch of feel-good songs that people can listen to, close their eyes, do whatever they got to do, and just get limitless like emotions from it. You know what I'm saying?
Sick. It's so good. And before we go any further, tell everybody at home just how old you are.
I'm 17.
It's crazy.
17.
This dude is crazy. 17 years old. He's putting out crazy music. And I'm a hater. Everybody, if you know me, I'm a hater. I hate on music like crazy. So having this kid, like he's blowing me out of the water right now. To show up in Sarasota a year ago and find this guy and then all of a sudden just be so stoked on what he's doing. It makes me proud. It makes me proud to be an old man right now. All right, so tell everybody what the story is behind your stage name, KnowledgeAustin.
All right. Well, long story, but I'll try to summarize. So KnowledgeAustin came from actually this necklace I'm wearing is the necklace of the 5 percenters, and it's like a spiritual black movement, and they have like their own vocabulary and whatnot, and they have something called the Supreme Mathematics. Knowledge is the first number in the Supreme Mathematics, and it obviously means one who is curious and wants to learn and progress with his life.
For sure.
And KnowledgeAustin is actually my oldest brother's nickname.
Oh.
Yeah, because one of my brothers actually gave us names from the Supreme Mathematics, like nicknames, because we all identify with them in certain different ways. And my oldest brother is actually KnowledgeAustin. He's very smart, very intelligent. But nowadays, when it comes to rapper names, it's very cliche to find something original because everybody's a little something. Or, A Boogie's a new guy. Everybody wants to be a A something. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm going to just take that name, make it mine. And, it just kind of just stuck with me. I'm thinking about changing it, but I don't know. It's kind of solidified right now, so.
I don't know. I feel like at this point you're already in such a great place with where you're going that if you change now, it may confuse people. And as long as you've got your brother's blessing, you might as well roll with that.
I feel that.
Right?
I feel that.
I mean, that's crazy. So, like I said, we got together. What were we? We did the grand opening of Solid here at this location. Months back. And I met this dude with a couple other cats that he runs with. And we all sat around and they were like, yeah, you rap? Oh, you rap? Oh, yeah, great, that's great. And they let me even do my old man stuff, which is just hilarious. But these kids were good. So, I made sure I jumped on social media with these guys immediately, and I've been following them ever since. And I was lucky enough to be able to track this dude down just before the very first episode. So he's always going to have like a special place with me right now because he got to be like the very first dude on the very first episode of Ghost Riot Radio. So ups to you, brother. Ups. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of questions and then play another track. We want to play at least 4 tracks for you today before we get out of here. So what I'm going to do is run right into track number 2. This second track, it was my favorite without question. I was telling him just now. Until the release of Hip Soul, and now, of course, I'm torn. I got to make a new decision. So what we're going to do right now is play Changes by KnowledgeAustin.
Changes in my mind and I refuse to co-sign. When I rhyme, pick the chime. No ultimatum, hit the stick shift. Now let's grind. Cowards running cross town with a plastic crown. That's till I shut it down. Like that new jack, jumping like a 6'4", cruising like a Cadillac, represent that hip so love, that's my memo. I don't think y'all got it, I just put the track on mute so y'all can hand me all my bars back. Matter of fact, just bring it back, collecting stipends with independent assassins. When we ride the Sarasota anthems in the Phantom. What's up? Nike kicks with the heel talking, ice cream on my jeans and a collar shirt, yeah, them caps hurt. 12 pants, money dance, dreadlocks when the bass rock, I'ma ride out. Middle of the crowd, just vibe out, don't hide now, that's changes. From afros to twists, yeah, I say this. I probably see more changes than CJ from San Andreas. When the banging gets initiating, the perfect time to say it please to a cross, no contemplating. Iced out, pinky rings with the stones on them, flex on them, backdrop, whip on them when they get reckless, drop all them changes. I've been there like cold world. I feel you in this cold world. Change my mind with that cosign. Changes.
I wish I could sing.
You and me both. Hip soul. So good. If you're just tuning in, we're hanging out with my homie KnowledgeAustin, who just dropped his brand new project called Hip Soul, which is why we're chanting away. We're doing a little listening party right now and talking to him about what's going on with him in this brand new project. So we talked a little bit about the story behind your name and the project itself. Tell us about who some of your influences are as far as your music career.
Wow. That goes pretty deep. There's a story behind that too. My dad is actually a DJ, a local DJ.
Oh, nice.
He specializes in like old school music.
Right.
So I was blessed. I grew up listening to like Parliament Funkadelic,
Absolutely.
the OJs, the Commodores, Earth, Wind and Fire. He loves Earth, Wind and Fire.
Who doesn't?
Paula Abdul. My mom actually is a giant fan of like New Jack Swing, like Belle Biv DeVoe,
Right.
New Edition. All those cats. And I'm just around a lot of dope guys. I'd say my tops right now in terms of hip hop: Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Jay-Z. A lot of actually underground people on SoundCloud are some of my big influences. You know.
I definitely am all about the underground scene. For
Definitely,
sure. Yeah. Especially, like right now, I'm so proud of all those cats at at Team Backpack and all those dudes just putting out young up and comers, like who are still really about the real true hip hop and not just trying to make a bean or whatever, which is good.
Yeah. For sure.
So you're killing that, and it's funny. It's taken a long time, but I'm letting people try to get me into cats like J. Cole and I just, again, hater, and I'm admitting it right now. Y'all can just burn me up in the comments. Feel free, but I'm a hater, so it's taking me a little while, but I'm coming along, I promise. Let's see. Take us through what it's like for you as far as the process for creating a song. We should probably preface that with, if y'all don't know, this cat is 17 years old and produces all his own shit, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
All of it, every last ounce. So he's just like talent on talent on talent. It just makes my heart feel good. It's so good. So tell us a little bit about the whole process for you.
Well, it's long. So like I'll like go through some beats. Like say I'm in a very creative mindset. I'll find my beats first on YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever. Right. I always hit up the producer.
Yeah.
Always, because you never know what kind of connections you'll get by doing that.
For sure.
So, and then I'll just sit there. I gotta feel the beat first. Like a lot of people will tell me to, they'll find this beat and they'll be like, bro, you want to hop on this? And I'll be like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling it. Like, I absolutely have to be with the beat, like be one with the beat, as cheesy as it may sound.
No, I totally understand that.
Yeah, bro. So once I get into it, it's just a matter of writing, and I've developed myself to become a fast writer. I did creative writing. I wrote spoken word poetry. So writing is like my sixth sense. You know what I'm saying? So and then recording, which is pretty easy. You just go up there, but it's trial and error. Like I can't even explain to you how many times I'll mess up on a track.
Right.
Mixing and mastering, that's like the funniest part to me. Like I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I taught myself how to mix and master my own songs, Dude, so, just by having the ear I was blessed with from my dad with the music, just taught myself how to mix and master.
For sure.
And, I just lay the tracks down and I just put them out whenever,
Killing it. He's killing it. It's just so good to me right now. If you guys are just tuning in at home, we're talking to KnowledgeAustin about his brand new project called Hip Soul. This cat is 17. He just dropped this thing on SoundCloud. Where else can they find that, by the way?
SoundCloud, Audio Mac. I'm making a YouTube video for it, so
nice.
It's coming. It's coming.
Sick. What's the YouTube channel?
KnowledgeAustin.
Oh,
Knowledge
makes sense,
Austin.
right?
Yeah.
Just can't miss with this. All right, so let's see what else I got here for you. We talked about your process. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to go 2 and 2 and just keep playing tracks. So let's do this. This is actually, if you go to SoundCloud.com right now, check out Hip Soul. This would be track number 2 off the brand new project entitled Hip Soul. This is a track called Reminisce.
I don't know how that Shanika talked me into coming. We got 14 cents between all of us.
Robin, it's going to be okay.
Look at this lady. You know them kids don't know how to act. A circus can't train them people.
Oh, Robin, look at those sweet little faces.
I ain't happy. I'm like Marvin Gaye. I want to know what's going on.
Sometimes I think back to the heat wave, the OG days when it was tip, yay, cornrows cornrows and braids. I'm talking 05 and 06, pulling Pokemon licks when cats was tripping over dark tints. May I vent? I was a youngin' then, Simba coming out the den, heart of a lion making his way up the Zion side, kissing the sky like Hendrix. Are you experienced? Cause if not, then homeboy, you might get dropped. Word up. I said you might get popped, and if your step come correct, so now I'm doing my thing to collect these checks, cooling with my connect on the street, pay respect. Any less will get you dagger, catch like 5 to the chest. You wanna beat on your chest like a silverback, better move with the pimp, stay sharp, just like a thumbtack. Clap from the matic noise, I'm trying to be Elmatic, try to play the game so at the same time nobody level close to mine. I reminisce, and I remember. I reminisce, and I remember. Yeah.
What's up, Red? Thanks for the fight. What you got on my 40, homie?
I thought you had $200.
I do. But I won't spend Red's money.
Back when Xbox was the thing to have, I had the 10-speed ripping the streets in half. Copping the jewel up, then hitting the park hoops up. Back when Breezy went through change and chucked the dukes up. My dirty chucks saw days, there was no plays, was ripping the sticks. That 2K6, I reminisce from time to time of that ice cream chime. Then they marked the hood. The truck stopped coming at 9, but it's good. Rockefeller used to be the rapper, and before Bugattis, everybody wanted Bentleys and Benzes. The G's had me, was brought up on the corner, seen the corner work a body bag like George Foreman. Police raided my house. I was in 3rd grade, all my brothers came home safe. I used to pray, but nowadays count your blessings or count a Smith & Wesson chamber empty, 2 knees on the ground, one soul freed. I reminisce. And I remember. I reminisce. And I remember. Yeah.
Have you noticed anything strange about him lately? Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? Is it true? Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, it's true.
So funny. Welcome back, everybody. We are sitting here with KnowledgeAustin today. We are hanging out in Sarasota talking about his brand new project called Hip Soul. Woo! Woo, woo. So we just heard Reminisce, which is track number 2 off the brand new project. Super good. Lots of funny samples in there, too, by the way.
Appreciate it.
So since we're talking about tracks, do you have any favorite tracks on this album? Obviously, everybody's got their favorites, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I had my favorite until we dropped new stuff. Now I'm all confused. Do you have favorite tracks on this project? And tell us a little bit about some of the influence behind those songs.
All right, well, of course, the intro was my favorite because, like I said, my dad being a DJ, I listened to like Parliament Funkadelic, which is like my favorite like funk group, probably my favorite group of like musicians. I'll say that. I'll go as far. So, you know, George Clinton, just a musical genius, has so many quotes, and that intro, I think I put like at least 6 quotes that I said from George Clinton. So, and then of course at the end I have my niece yelling "Hip Soul," like that was so cute. But it was a great introduction for the project.
It really is.
Got My Mind Made Up featuring my homeboy Sham Based. You know, he was I knew him since middle school,
right?
And I never knew he could sing because like he was like, I think he was doing boxing.
Oh,
I think.
And singing to himself the whole time.
Exactly. And
knocking cats out and just singing along.
Just singing at their funeral. So just recently I found out he sings. So, you know, he's very confident about it now too, because I work with him and he'll be singing at work and I'll be like, oh my God. Like, but I just hit him one day and he was like, yeah, I'll sing on it. You know, he was nervous on the mic, but you know, he's getting more confident.
Nice.
He's actually working on his mixtape, you know, so that's gonna be dope.
We might have to get that cat out here too.
For sure, shout the homie out. And then last but not least, Real was just straight from the heart. Like we were bumping it last night at my dude Shahid's studio. Just a real song about how everything seems like, you know, it's all peachy and calm, but on the inside you never know how somebody feels.
For
so.
Sure.
You know, and that love is the ultimate message that you can send to somebody. So that's real.
That is real. That is real, and that's awesome. It's really, you know, it's such a relief to hear things like that coming out of a 17-year-old guy who's doing big stuff right now. He's talking about older music being his influence. He's not just influenced by, you know, the obvious stuff like Jay-Z and all these up-and-comers. I have conversations with young guys, and they're like, oh, I don't even know who you're talking about. Who's De La Soul? I talk about old hip-hop, and they just, I'm like, I'm just going to have to, like, start a church every Saturday, because Sunday's for y'all. But Saturday church would be hip-hop school, and we'll just all sit down and talk about old stuff so everybody knows where I'm coming from.
Great stuff.
But, you know, like, this dude's talking about Parliament and all these other cats, and it's just, that's the kind of stuff that should be happening. You know, I feel like you've been raised right. If you're raised, like, musically especially, like, you go back a little bit, you know what I mean? Find out where you come from in order to know where you're going. So amazing stuff for sure. So I would say the last thing we need to know for sure, because you are definitely representing Sarasota right now in the hip-hop scene. Tell us what it's like to be a hip-hop artist in Sarasota, but also what the scene's like, what it's been for you, like, coming up, and also who should we be looking out for?
Well, I would just like to shout out Sarasota 941 SRQ all day, every day, born and raised. I feel like Sarasota is going in the right direction. You know, Sarasota grew as a culturally talented place. There's a lot of art from here to Lombo Key, Siesta Key. You know, we've got beautiful beaches, #1 beach in the nation. I always brag about that. So, I mean, we're blessed to live where we are.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of rich people here too. But musically, it's like hip hop is like the last thing anybody thinks about. When I think of Sarasota, I think jazz, fusion. I was even in a rock band playing drums.
Nice.
You know, shout out to my boys. I know they're probably watching this. Shout out to my boys. You know, so hip hop, you know, it was kind of like a risky thing when I took it up.
Right.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it big in this city, so that's why I'm trying to spread out. But there are plenty of cats in this city that are doing hip-hop that I have the utmost respect for. You know, my dude Exhale, Cinedrace, Trifecta, Josh Pelton, Jelion, all those guys, Long Road Stunners, like, you know, they're out there just hustling and doing their thing, doing what I'm doing, so I don't feel alone. I have a family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just gotta say, you know, don't sleep on the city, because the city is coming. We're creeping, and if you sleep on us, we're gonna take you by surprise.
Yeah,
and we will blow up. My dude Cinedrace just dropped his tape, Falling Short. Check that out. I gotta shout the homie out. You know that I really mess with that tape. My dude, like I said, Shambay, Shamar, he's coming up. Exhale's coming up. Everybody is coming up, man.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. So make sure you hit rewind on this. If you're listening to it at home, get your pen out and then write all those cats down. Do you think, are most of those dudes on SoundCloud right now?
Oh, yeah, all of them.
Nice. See, SoundCloud's where it's at right now. If you're looking for new music, it's definitely the place to be. You know, I kind of host my podcast there too, so you should go check that out also. Is there anybody else you think you'd like to say what's up to before we let you go here? Look at this, there's a dog outside.
Oh, God, that's a big dog. I just want to shout out to my dude Gabe in the back, you know, behind the scenes right now.
What up, Gabe?
Shout out to Austin. Austin's done so much.
Agreed.
You know, that's a great cat. Shout out to you, bro.
Oh, you don't have to, but I appreciate it.
Had me on the first episode, had me on the special episode, had me on this episode.
Killing it.
Wow, there's so many people. I want to shout out to the beautiful girl that I'm talking to. You know, my mom, pops, the entire family, you know. All my homies in New York from the college tour. I haven't forgot y'all, all y'all. Shout out to, I just want to say shout out to Sarasota, bro. Like,
agreed.
Oh my God, I grew up here. I watched this city like change so much.
Agreed. You know what's funny about Sarasota is, you know, I moved down here from DC like 2 years ago. And people are always like, why are you going to Florida? Why are you going to Florida? I was like, have you been to Sarasota? And they're like, no, not really. And I was like, you got to come to Sarasota. Check it out. The beach is awesome. There's cool stuff to do. I just went downtown last night. They opened up a new restaurant. It was all right. But just, you know, there's cool stuff going on all the time. So they're doing stuff around here, man. We're not bored. And if you're bored, you're boring. My boy Madison said that the other day. He was like, if you're bored, you're boring. You got to get up and do things, man. Go find stuff to do. Make it happen if you're not doing that. So
Facts.
We're killing it. My man KnowledgeAustin definitely making things happen in Sarasota. He's killing things right now. So we're going to start to wrap this up but of course, we're going to play one more track. Huge thanks to Austin Cowell for letting us chill in this space. Don't forget, if you're in Sarasota tonight and you're here around 6 to 10 p.m., make sure you stop by the gallery at 530 South Orange Ave and check out some crazy artwork. Say what's up to Austin. Hopefully we'll see you there. Again, tell everybody real quick, give everybody all your social media stuff so they know how to find you. All
right, well, first and foremost, SoundCloud /KnowledgeAustin, KNOWLEDGE, no space, AUSTIN. Instagram and Twitter, Sid Has Spoken. Again, no spaces, SIDHASSPOKEN. Facebook at KnowledgeAustin and YouTube at KnowledgeAustin. And yeah, that should be that. And email me if you ever want to email me for a song or anything. SydneyAustinTV@gmail.com or SydneyAustinTV@outlook.com. Check it out.
You got those. And make sure if you're out there and you're looking to book artists, that's definitely a good way to check them out. So hit them up on that email if you want to bring them out.
For
you
sure.
definitely need to have this. This is the kind of track, you'll hear it, and this is the kind of track that you could play for literally any group, and everybody would find a way to get down. Like, it's definitely just, like, got those mellow grooves and, like, some hard-hitting stuff. It's perfect. Since we're talking about contact info, make sure you follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Ghost Riot Radio. Some of you are out there right now. I appreciate you. Oh, I'm looking at my computer. It's over there. What's up? If you're on Facebook, you can also check out my media site at Ghost Riot Media, which is, like, the umbrella for this entire project. It's also where I post all my video stuff, because on top of doing radio stuff, I also make films and little shorts and all kinds of stuff. So check that out. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, just go to Ghost Riot Media. It makes life pretty easy. Again, this podcast you can find on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Ghost Riot Radio. It's also now on iTunes. They let me back in. They cut me for a little while for I was foul-mouthed and not marking my podcast. So I'm going to try to cut back the language and make sure that I put, 18 plus on all of them so that they let me keep that stuff. So make sure you go to iTunes and subscribe. If you go on iTunes and you do subscribe to the podcast, the best thing you can do for me right now would be to leave a little comment, write a little review, and be like, yo, that dude's got the biggest head in the world, but he's kind of good, so listen to him, or whatever you want to say. It's just kind of funny, you know what I mean? I never get to say this, but tune in tomorrow for episode 5 for real of Ghost Riot Radio. When we travel to St. Petersburg, Florida, we're going to record our first public podcast from the Collective Moto Bazaar at Green Bench Brewery. It starts at noon, so if you're in the area, come say hello. Boom. This is the final track I'm playing today off the brand new project, Hip Soul from KnowledgeAustin. If you want to hear the rest of the tracks off of Hip Soul, and I promise you won't be disappointed, go follow him on soundcloud.com/KnowledgeAustin. While you're listening to him, don't forget to sneak over to Ghost Riot Radio, hit that follow button as well, so you can stay up on these podcasts, which I drop each and every Sunday.
Hey, bro, before we play that, I would just like to say, November 23rd, we're doing a party. Hit me up for some details. I'm performing live. If you guys want to come through, it's going to be fun. I guarantee it. Hit me up.
Party, November
23rd, the day before Thanksgiving.
Woo. Just before you get super fat for the rest of the year.
Burn them calories and gain them back. You know what I'm saying? That's the mission.
Yo, thank you again to the homie KnowledgeAustin, bro.
For sure, bro.
It's good to have you.
For sure.
And congrats on the long-awaited Hip Soul. The future is certainly bright for hip-hop, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm Nick Noble. Thank you for joining us on this special episode of Ghost Riot Radio. This is Got My Mind Made Up. Don't forget, make your presence known. Spread love. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Woo! Oh, baby, like to show you my city. Maybe we'll get tipsy. Won't you come on with me? Won't you come on with me? Yes, your friends can come through. Just tell them to come through. Got my mind made up. Got my mind. They say the blacker the berry, baby, the sweeter the juice. So when our worlds collide, let it be the living proof. Sometimes I paint a vivid image of a young G in the cut, trying to flex for all these women. Hey, yo, baby, what's up? Heard you flew from out of town, need a night on the town. I know some spots where we can kick it. If you dig it, then let's whip it. But I got to admit it, I'm kinda sketch about you. Why you so quiet, girl? Come on and socialize. And let me touch up on them thighs and bring you close to see them eyes. Dr. Funky Stein with the rhymes for a dime. The sun's setting, and I'm thinking it's just another blessing having you out tonight. Dark skin, what's up then? What you trying to get into? No blues clues whenever I works with you. Bear witness, now I got you in my scope.
Taking off my coat, clearing my throat.
Go, baby, like this in my city. Maybe we'll get tipsy. Won't you come on with me? Yes, your friends can come through. Just tell them to come through. Got my mind made up. Got my mind made up. Got my mind. Baby, you telling me different things. I'm picking up different signals from different signs. Maybe I'm blind to what you really want. Cause what I really want is in them denim jeans, and so it seems, baby. Girl, once I had a dream like Dr. King, except it was only me and you, like under the full moon. The sky purplish blue, like we was kryptonite. Baby, I'm Superman, and you are my kryptonite. I'ma fight like a knight, cause I want you. Ain't no playing involved, let me call to come and scoop you up from your palace, my princess. Witness this passion that I'm inflicting, keep the woes flipping. Double dipping in your body like I'm off the diving board. To let you go is something that I just cannot afford. So let me know what's up. My ride about to pull up, and I got my mind made up. Like this, you might say, maybe we'll get tipsy. Won't you come with me? Won't you come with me? Yes, my friends can come too. Just come. Got me